5 years ago, I got pretty bad with pain pills, had a pretty bad addiction. Didn't have a lot of things going for me. God and faith was not obviously in the picture at all. I kind of had run far away from that. Through the help of the VA, I got help and got clean, and I've been clean for 3 years. But just because I was clean from my addiction doesn't mean that there wasn't still something missing. I had no idea what it could be though. And I searched and I searched, and in my search I have ups and I've had downs. But life as a whole wasn't good. Life as a whole wasn't great. And I was staying at the Salvation Army homeless shelter, got in a new life, started getting back into church. I talked with Pastor David one time, one Thursday, we had lunch, and I told him how in the past 20 years I would randomly just go to church. Because growing up, church was huge for me. Went to church all the time. Got in high school and stopped going. So over those next 20 years, I would just every 3 or 4 years randomly go on a Sunday, and I would get emotional, and it would scare me, and I wouldn't go back for another 3 or 4 years. So Pastor David recommended to me that the next time I had that feeling, just to stay there, feel it, and go with it. So that Friday morning at prayer service, sure enough, I went up to the front of the altar, and Pastor David was talking, and I just lost it. This feeling came over me that I've never had before, and before I knew it, at the snap of a finger, I was down there in front of that stage, hands open, and just praying to God and talking to Him, and the tears coming down, all the disappointments, all the embarrassment, the bad stuff I did, everything just pour out of me in my tears. And as every tear fell, I could feel another weight off my shoulders. This voice I was hearing was telling me to forgive myself, because I did a lot of bad things in my addiction days, a lot of things I regret and am ashamed of. But he told me that everybody else has forgiven me, that he's forgiven me, and that I need to forgive myself. In order to move on and get past this fully, I needed to forgive myself. And those tears that were flowing out of my face, I just released them all that day. And that's the morning that I really accepted God and faith into my life. It's like I was looking at the world through a whole new scope, a whole new way of thinking and looking at life that I've never even thought about doing or looking at life that way.